On May 14th, 1993, a 19-year-old man was driving through the Four Corners to go to his fiance's funeral when suddenly he couldn't breathe. He had no known health problems. He was a marathon runner. He stopped at a local gas station because regular people back then didn't have cell phones, and then he called for help. An ambulance arrives, but before it does, he collapses because he can't breathe. In the emergency room, they find that fluid had filled into his lungs, and within minutes of arriving to the hospital, he's not alive anymore. This didn't make sense. Someone this young and healthy shouldn't pass away like this. New Mexico Office of the Medical Investigator was contacted, and the investigator at the time was totally shocked because a few weeks earlier, a young woman nearby had also passed away in the same manner. She was previously healthy too, but then suddenly she had trouble breathing, collapsed, and then it was over. At autopsy for both patients, doctors noticed that there was nothing structurally wrong with their lungs. They just suddenly filled with fluid, and then their lives were over. Something very bad was happening. That 19-year-old man's fiancée, he was going to her funeral. Why did she pass away? Investigators found out that she was only 21. She had passed away only a few days earlier. She was also a marathon runner just like her fiancé and previously healthy. During her autopsy, a different doctor who was present, he immediately remembered a recent consultation that he was a part of, involving two more young, previously healthy adults who collapsed after suddenly not being able to breathe, and then subsequently passed away. Both of those patients had unexplained pulmonary edema. New Mexico Department of Health sent a letter to Arizona, Colorado, and Utah because it appeared that there was an occult illness happening right at the border, and they received responses, multiple cases of a mysterious illness that all presented the same way in previously healthy patients had been reported all around the Four Corners, and even worse, it was 80% mortality. CDC was asked for help. They tested autopsy samples for gene samples of various pathogens, and it was here where they saw something that had never been seen before. Public health officials went to homes of the deceased. They found rodents in and nearby the buildings. They collected them, tested them, and found that these rodents had the same pathogen genetic material that these patients did at autopsy, meaning that something was passed on. When they were able to grow it, they discovered a virus that was previously an undescribed species of hantavirus. This is the first time a cluster of infections was formally described in the Western Hemisphere.